Hello.
Hello, SpeedGaming 2 and Fox. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, SpeedGaming 2 and Malmo?
I'm doing pretty good. I think it's Tam to start this race.
I think they're just about ready. Yeah. Should be kicking off any second. I'm also wondering what sprite prdwong is using.
This is like a My Little Pony. I don't envy him at all.
Is prdwong one of the people who uses random sprites?
He is the one who uses random sprites and no logic. I would like you to name who else is doing that.
Well, no logic. No, that's bridge too far.
Yeah. Well, you know what bridge isn't too far is this one that prdwong's about to clip to. It's actually right there, and you can just go straight there.
prdwong is going to get the big key on the island, it looks like.
That makes sense. We care a little bit about big keys. We care a little less about small keys.
Yeah. They're often kind of handy, but never very important for the most part. Oh my gosh, mirror. First check mirror.
Very nice. Link's house doesn't count.
I forgot about Link's house, you're right. Second check mirror.
Shut up. Oh no, oh no. You know what this means. We have a mirror. Are we gonna get a glove?
I hope so.
How far has prdwong scrolled this screen?
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's wild.
I bet that arm's Houlihan.
Probably.
It breaks the camera just enough, you know. Tam has swum through some land. Sorry, Tam has swam through some land and found a shield in Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, this is a recently discovered glitch that if there's a diagonal slope underwater, you can kind of go as far as you want horizontally by swimming into it, and then either swimming towards it or swimming away from it. prdwong pretty likely to do the same thing. Tam is going to continue to the Zora area, it looks like.
Yeah, prdwong is just doing a more traditional hobo start. He's gonna leave. And Tam just now found out about the key on the island, but isn't really in a position to get it right now. They can get it later if they need it. Big keys are good, but like they're not good until we start thinking about dungeons. Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh, the blockbusting kit already.
Look at that hole on the chest. So good. They know that we know what's going to happen.
Better happen. And another big key.
I missed the green pendant read.
Oh, me too. Hopefully our tracker got it. Big key of Hera is pretty nice.
The map of desert?
Yeah, good info.
It looks like I'm seeing like a pendant mire on one of their screens.
That's pretty good. Mire is one of the hardest dungeons to get the prize of in a lot of seeds. Okay, bottle at Sanctuary. This seed is being very, very nice so far.
That is a very dupable bottle as well, if you are brave enough.
That's true.
Tam now wants that big key, which I'm guessing was TR, because that's what prdwong has.
Yeah.
We're also doing a bit of a handoff between our trackers, Type and Arborelia, so it's possible some things get missed. It looks like GT big key for Tam, and then TR big key for both of them. The GT big key has some significance beyond Pan's Tower.
Yeah, GT big key will let us open big chests and big key doors in Cave State, which we're pretty likely to spend quite a lot of time in Cave State in this mode. I wonder if either player will head to Kakariko early. Tam, I can tell, is excited about Kakariko because it's close to desert and they want to blockbust immediately.
This is the only thing that will get Tam to do early Kakariko.
Right, yeah. They do also have a bottle, which makes it a little nicer.
You would think that having the mirror, you would do Kakariko from the Dark World like a cool person. But I guess they're not Mr. Buyer enough for that, so we won't be seeing that play quite yet. Although Tam is headed northward, which suggests a mountain climb might be coming up soon.
Yeah, it looks like it. Probably a lumberjack check and then a lumberjack DMA.
There's a couple metas for your first mountain climb. Some people like to go to the Old Man Cave, doing a counterclockwise loop through the Lost Woods. And some people like to go this way, where they do a clockwise loop, but it looks like Tam is just going to...
Just gonna come down and do the new DMA, I guess.
Yeah, or Bonk Rocks.
No?
Did not do that yet. Guess not.
I feel like there's probably a better time to do this.
That seems like a lot of walking. I think if you haven't done Bonk Rocks yet, you should just do it on the way to CAC.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe that's the problem, is that Tam's never going to CAC.
But how are they going to get to desert?
From Mire area after we find the flute?
Ah, of course. Flute there. That's how you do that in No Logic.
Yeah.
We clearly need the flute for logical mountain access.
Right. prdwong, by the way, found 10 bombs in the bottom of the well, which is really nice. Bombs are a very scarce resource, especially in the early game. Oh, and a sword. You know, we can dupe that as well.
We're gonna get double shields. If you dupe the sword, you have to get the shield too. That's the rule.
I agree.
You have to go to Mirror Shield and ruin all of your visual cues. prdwong cannot afford the bottle merchant right now, but he has a flute, so he can come back and forget it next time he's in Kakariko.
Yeah. That sounds like an accurate plan. Okay, I'm going to collect rupees and bombs here, and also maybe something in this cave. No, they're never picking up a heart container if they can avoid it. But Graveyard Ledge is a great place to farm bombs early. We can get there with literally nothing, and it has infinite bombs. prdwong remembering that he has a bottle already. Easy to forget when you do CAC really early. We'll likely see a desert play from him, but maybe not. The world's kind of your oyster in this mode in the beginning. You can kind of do overworld stuff however you want.
Especially with the mirror, you even can do Dark World into Light World in a lot of ways. They're slow ways, but they are efficient if you're fast at the clips. Especially efficient if you're never going to get the Moon Pearl. Because then they basically retain their value over time.
Right, that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, you could definitely do an very early bunny DMD. That's a Death Mountain descent to get off the mountain as a bunny. And then combine the whole west and maybe even south worlds, just mirroring a lot. You can even get Super Bunny and stuff to do more Dark World checks. We'll see what they opt to do. prdwong is just heading into desert normally, though.
Tragically, he doesn't have the gloves. But he also doesn't have a potion in his bottle, so I wonder if he will just do a normal desert clear with the quadrant glitch and leave, rather than the... I am seeing a lot more instances of people doing... Do we have the big key? Or does he just think we do?
Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe we must do.
I'm seeing a lot of plays into Thieves' Town Attic through desert. Looks like we do. That's kind of nice.
He does have the bottle, so he could go up to the desert. Up to Attic, if he wanted.
Yeah, but what's in the bottle?
No, he has the mirror, sorry.
Oh, the mirror. Yeah, that's true. You can go straight to the attic. But some transitions are not working correctly when you use the mirror, and it takes longer to get there with the mirror. So I'm not sure if he will go for that.
It would just be an open the attic play, basically, but might be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, but that open the attic play is really valuable. It's basically the fastest way to get to the attic from pretty much anywhere you're going to be in the game.
Yeah, even with the delay from the Mirador, it probably saves time if you end up having to do it later.
But I think like the most powerful way to get up there is like a bottle or cane, like something that gives you the ability to also walk out of Thieves Town and fight blind.
Yeah.
Because when you walk out of Thieves Town, you can do Village of Outcasts and then transition back into the Light World because you've never really left the Light World. And then continue through your Desert Overworld checks, which is a really cool route that I have seen. I saw it first from Arborelia, and then I've seen other people also utilize it.
Today I'm going to... I didn't see what kind of shopping they did. Gonna check Saha and probably not go into Eastern.
They did TAM shopping of some sort.
Get the pendant info. Gonna find... I think just like a small key or something. Then... Where are we going? Yeah, so prdwong is going to Mirador, is forgetting that you have to... Yeah, there we go, we remembered.
Alright, so Mirador is just gonna... You just have to wait for it to work. It takes some time. There's like a countdown that happens, and then after about a minute it will resolve. So this looks like a hard lock, and it can be a hard lock up to 18 minutes if you don't do it right, but prdwong, as far as I'm aware, did do it right.
Yeah,
Tam
you just
is in
have
back
to
of
lift up a
escape.
pot first. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to lift up a pot, but I also learned that you have to have not in the same subtile gotten a text box from something. Which
Really? I
can
don't
be
think
like
I knew that.
if you open that chest and it's like a small key to Desert Palace, you know? Which is a bad example, because if you have that, you're just gonna go there. But
Huh.
like a key sanity item can hard lock you there. But I think most people will have done the quadrant glitch checks and then do this.
Yeah.
Tam found the sword in the back of his skate.
That is good. The sword in CAC that Tam is going to put off as long as they can is like not good news for Tam, because you really do need swords, and this mode tends to have a fair number of sword go modes. So finding another one somewhere is pretty nice.
Yeah, there aren't that many items you need to beat the game. Like specific items. Swords are one of them, and you need Fire Rod and Ice Rod. Trinex is a crystal, but we do put an extra one of each in the pool, so you tend to hit sword go mode a little more often than normal.
Tam, right, so we found the Tower of Hera big key, so Tam's just doing Tower of Hera with that sword and that big key. I really like this play. You get the prize information, and Hera is the easiest place to get crystals out of in the game, so you, even if it's a pendant, you end up killing Moldorm a pretty good amount of the time. So this is a not totally free play, but a pretty free play.
I like to call it Hera the Diamond Mind, because you'll just like pick up 3 diamonds in the same room.
Yeah, it's very common. So prdwong has opened Thieves Town and checked the one chest in there, and is going to do the rest of the desert area checks. Oh.
Oh. This is the danger of early Moldorm. It's hard. Moldorm is, no matter how much experience you have, Moldorm is still hard on this equipment. Now Tam is actually like in danger of dying right here. That was a really bold jump.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna let you comment on this because you're the one who actually does this on a regular basis.
It's fine. I am not going to attack players on stream for their choice of strats. Alright, we have defeated Moldorm. And we get a bad pendant. Excellent. I think that's the vanilla pendant.
Oh, the pendant of power?
The pendant of red is all I know about it. prdwong, not saving and quitting out of Agana's cave. I don't know where he's going.
He is fluting.
Okay, sure.
Kind of makes sense. But it also looked like he thought he might have been doing something else and then realized he can't.
Yeah, it worked out fine though. Okay, that looked like a desert crystal.
Yeah, it was.
Tam going to East Death Mountain. Don't think we've seen this yet.
No, I don't even think Pretty Wong has been up the mountain yet. Am I wrong?
I think you're right.
And when he does, he'll do the easiest Death Mountain ascent, which is to press Y with the flute, and then
yeah, not very input heavy.
Pretty Wong will most likely give us a underworld glitch for us. This is going to be a bomb juke that gets you to King's Tomb. You can use bombs to bypass door transitions and hit them from the wrong side. You'll see a lot of bombs used in these no logic races, to the point where people will buy like multiple bomb upgrades per seed.
Yeah. Bombs are really powerful, and you use a lot of them.
Pretty Wong also just helpfully giving us the visuals on this item, which is just 50 rupees. But this is a little faster and more efficient than the normal overworld glitch way to get here.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to combo them together. Not a very productive East Death Mountain. Didn't really find anything there.
No. And neither did, like, Pretty Wong didn't find anything in South Shore either.
Yeah.
Or Desert. He got the blue mail, that's it. Which is fine.
And the red shield!
Yeah, the red shield.
Oh my god, Tam is going to Kakariko.
Tam is going to Kakariko because it's on the way to Desert. We have established this.
What if Tam just runs straight to Desert? That would be hilarious. But
that would be funny. That would be a real power move.
Yeah, instead of just starting at Link's house. Pretty Wong gonna go to Zora, get the GT Big Key. And Tam's gonna do Desert. I wonder what Pretty Wong is thinking of doing next. I would be thinking quite a lot about going to Palace of Darkness here. Especially with the mirror, but just like with a sword, you can already a sword and the GT Big Key, you can full clear the dungeon, including beating Helmasaur with nothing else. So it's a lot of checks and a dungeon prize. Pretty common early play. This might actually be Purdy Wong's first Cave State Big Key, though.
Okay, I'm surprised Purdy Wong is in the wall enough to be able to get hit and still clip in.
Yeah, I never really understand the mechanics of that clip.
Yeah, I think just at some point when you're clipped in, you stop being in the water. So when you get hit, you just land on land and you're in collision and can keep clipping.
Right, that makes sense. Tam is going to get to check the vendor. Okay, but it's nothing.
All right, let's put your predictions. We're not going to do a real prediction unless you want to, but is Pretty Wong going to do Bottle Merchant this seed?
Oh, I'm thinking probably not. I think that he's going to be tight on rupees for a long time and then forget about it. How do you dupe that with the mirror? You're talking about tree warping? Nobody tree warps to Tempered Sword.
I've seen Tajsa do it.
Well, okay.
But I think like you only do it if it's literally the front of Viewstown and you're just right there.
Maybe that's worth it. Oh my gosh, owned.
Oh, he hard reset it. Let's go. That's genius.
Does that count or not?
It counts. I've never seen somebody save scum the Bottle Merchant before.
That's good though. Rupees matter.
That was a really good use of the flute. I mean, that's like an entire bomb upgrade that
Yeah.
Pretty Wong can buy. But Pretty Wong, yeah, saves Scum to the bottle merchant after skipping it his first time around, being too poor.
Does Tam have a potion to do Thieves Town from
Tam
Desert?
visited the witch, so
oh, that's right.
Yeah, they definitely have something in their pocket.
Right.
And it's not just an overdue VHS tape.
No, it's also not just a pocket full of sunshine.
I always like people dashing down to the desert item, trying to optimize the dash back up, and then they actually want the item. Well, this is an interesting use of the potion.
Tam is going to kill Lanmo. Tam in this tournament has demonstrated a habit, I guess, of really prioritizing bosses and information. Although we already know that this is a crystal, so I guess it's not just an information play.
Tam likes to get things done.
Yeah.
And I also think there might be maybe something to do with stealing that key, but I don't think they have anything where they can use to glitch that door yet. But it is a heads-up play because there are some really powerful things you can do with the small key door of Desert. If you want to see really fun things done from Desert, watch their last game, Game 1, Tam Pretty Wong. Tam did like 4 dungeons out of Desert Palace. It was crazy.
That was a wild seed for Tam. Everything kind of went right. Tam is mirror dooring here instead of using the potion, which indicates that they might still want the potion specifically for doing Thieves Town because it doesn't unlock transitions. But I'm not sure. This is an awful Lammo fight, as you can tell by the fact that we're actually stooping to using bombs during it.
Imagine using your precious bombs for anything other than glitches.
Yeah, it's not good. Okay, that was a sick bounce.
Though. Wow. You've heard of Moldorm bounce, get ready for Landmo bounce. Speaking of Moldorm, Pretty Wong has also taken down Pendant Moldorm.
Yeah. A little easier with the Master Sword.
Hey,
Powder.
It's not bad. And Tam mirrors, and you might be thinking, why would you leave a crystal behind? We want those. Well, the crystal has a secondary effect of warping you out of the boss room that you pick it up in. And because there are some bosses you can kill in Desert State, mostly Argus, you can use that Desert Crystal to warp to the lobby of the boss's dungeon. So you would get to Swamp Lobby, for example, killing Argus in Desert. And that can be used for some routing purposes later on.
Yes. A free warp to outside of Swamp is often very handy, especially with the mirror, where you can turn it into real Dark World, or you can just walk back into Swamp and get the prize, which is kind of annoying otherwise. Tam's gonna do the same thing that Pretty Wong did and Quadrant Glitch here.
Okay, Pretty Wong. I wonder if he has the same rule I do. My rule is if I bonk the sign, I have to read it.
Oh, that's funny.
And Pretty Wong bonked it twice, but only read it once. So I think
that's fine.
He owes us one.
I don't know. I think he's discharged his duty. I lied about Tam, who of course just has the small key and does not need the Quadrant Glitch.
Yeah, Tam stole that key, so that's why they did Lambo first. I think it's
That
just
makes
for
sense.
this.
Yeah.
Which is like, who thinks of that? Oh my god.
I don't know. Tam is so many steps ahead of everyone else.
Tam is the embodiment of who thinks of that.
Yeah. Tam is now going to blockbust. Oh
And
my god, Tam! What? Come on.
Not
It's
only is
unreal.
There it is. There's the Ghostbuster.
You can't do it first try every time.
That was not first try. They missed the first one. Unless they were just trying to get the
They
fairy.
didn't press Y at all. They would have mirrored if they pressed Y at any point.
Okay, so they were just getting the fairy. I like, so you can see what's happening here on Tam's screen, that this block that they pushed is haunting them in every room they go in. There it is in the Thieves Town attic. It's going to be in the next room too. You can replicate this in the practice hack just by like loading a preset while pushing a block. But we are going to be making use of that block later on. Hence the name Blockbuster. We'll be busting through a wall. I don't think I've ever seen like a block bust armed and carried for so long.
I think that Tam is carrying it on purpose because it's novel and funny instead of doing things in a different order that would be less novel or funny.
I think this is just efficient. But I guess you could mirror out and then do the block bust. Because it does take you to the same place. But if Tam is going to do blind here, they're going to exit the front of Thieves Town. Look at the color of the block on Hellway. What the heck?
prdwong maybe going into the Dark World. Yeah, it looks like we've got a Dark World play from prdwong. This might be a Pyramid Fairy play. We can place a mirror portal. Yeah, I can't imagine what else it would be. You can place a mirror portal with the screen wrapped, and it places it not where it visually looks like it is, but about a screen lower in this case. That happens to be a way to get into the Pyramid Fairy. So prdwong will be able to combine a bunch of checks in the Hyrule Castle and Pyramid area with this.
Alright, what does block look like in LSD Blind? Have you ever seen LSD block before?
I have not.
Whose emote is that going to be?
I think it should be one of Chex's sub badges.
Oh, of course. Chex was playing around with LSD Samaria blocks.
prdwong is going to get... Wait a second. prdwong is... Okay, that makes more sense.
So Tam once again dodging the Desert Crystal because this is not the dungeon that they want to warp out of. Although it wouldn't be the worst. They don't really need to warp out yet. They can just walk out because there are chests on the way. They can go back in and collect the Thieves Town prize and then warp out of that and then continue on through their desert overworld route. This is such a cool route.
Right. Yeah. I guess this key steal is just enough keys to make this all possible. Oh, there's the bow. That's convenient.
Tam came into Thieves Town with no keys because they spent their key in the front of Desert.
That's true.
And the reason you don't need the extra keys is because you're not using...
You don't have to climb. You have to go upstairs.
You do need that key because you have to hit the switch. So you are actually spending the attic key. And then when you backtrack, you're spending the key that's normally spent on the side door in the bottom door instead. And you can leave the side door closed because you've done everything you need to do in there.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for the updated screen names for checks. prdwong going all the way to Dark Cross. I know a lot of players like this play. Alright, so we're going to collect the Thieves Town crystal in actual Thieves Town, which is going to give us the warp that you were talking about a little bit ago, but while preserving the ability to collect a different crystal from Desert State.
And it is a crystal, which wasn't guaranteed.
That's true.
There's still a pendant out there somewhere. prdwong, meanwhile, is in the castle checks and hasn't actually found anything of worth yet.
Do you think prdwong will head to Thieves Town from Uncle after this?
Oh, the block is sleeping. It's so cute. Will prdwong... Has prdwong bought a potion?
I don't know.
Alright, we got Turtle Rock and Pod as crystals for Tam.
Okay, I'm gonna check powder. Just a quick little screen wrap. Bow plus powder? Oh, there's the green pearl. Wow.
That's behind Landmo. That was so worth. prdwong will get that. I don't think it'll take him too long to get that because he has the flute. So as soon as he gets the powder from Landmo, he can just go check it.
That's true.
Assuming he's does Landmo early enough and remembers to check the bat.
Oh my god, I was about to say, wait, how did Tam get a link state? But then I figured it out.
Yeah, it's a glitch called Real Flute, followed by Check Powder.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have said Real Powder.
Real powder followed by Moon Pearl, yeah. So, how close are we looking to go mode? We need Fire Rod and Ice Rod. So I guess not that close. I just realized halfway through my sentence that we just learned Turtle Rock is in fact a crystal.
Yeah, Swamp's a bit of an issue too. Don't really have a good plan for Argus or the crystal.
Right. Well, we have a potentially dupable bottle. So we can do Argus. And the crystal is harder, though. I guess you could do some terrible stuff.
I have to ask, even if you're a fan of Tree Warp, are you really going to Tree Warp so you can have a YBA go mode?
I think that if that were your last... I think that if Tam finds everything else before an easier way to do it, I think that they will, in fact, do that. I think they would rather not, but it's in their range.
All right, we're almost at the moment of truth for Tam. Oh, prdwong turns into mushroom, but it doesn't save scum it, which is knowing what's on Magic Bat, I actually would. Whoa, sorry.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Tam thinks it's. Whoa,
oh my gosh.
Disco block. I want to see no blockbuster for the rest of the seed. I want to see this block follow Tam through the entire game.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to happen very soon.
prdwong is going to use another door juke with the bomb to get to the big key chest of Eastern.
Yeah, prdwong can do this pretty safely because he has the mirror. Otherwise, you could do it and have to death warp out on his own bombs if he can even get bombs on screen. Otherwise, he would be trapped in here. All right, here we go. Yes. Oh, it would have been a heck of a build-up if that happened and we didn't.
The silvers, let's go.
It's the silvers.
That's handy.
That is handy. And Tam can just walk out and walk back in because the secondary underworld map doesn't change your exit destination.
Right. prdwong is in the somewhat unenviable position of looting Crystal Eastern without a way to complete it. It was Ice Palace, big key, Aurelia. So now Tam's gonna finish some South Dark World checks. I can't believe neither player's been to Pod, right?
No. Which is, yeah, you can kill Helmasaur very quickly now. Especially Tam. Tam has the silver arrows, but they also just got them. And they have the Moon Pearl. They have so much they can do here. I cannot blame them for putting this off.
I would have gone to Pod before Eastern. On prdwong's side.
Yeah, I agree, especially with the mirror. Yeah, the mirror, you want to do them together. The only reason you wouldn't is if you plan to go from Pod to Hookshot Cave through one of the texts that lets you do that. Right. Because then you can't return.
prdwong's stealing the key from here. No, I don't know what's happening. Oh, just walking back up. Okay, this has got to be a Mire play from prdwong. Oh, I didn't catch the crystals.
You don't steal the Eastern key to use an Eastern.
No.
Like, oh, killing the Igor is too hard. I'm just going to steal a key. The only reason you steal a key is so that you can find another one in Mire and have 2 Eastern Palace small keys in your pocket.
That's actually a sick idea for when you have to do like 3 heart back of Eastern with just the bow. Steal the small key like that room easier.
And Tam is going to swim to the Pyramid Fairy, which we already saw this from prdwong using the mirror. This is another method that requires the Moon Pearl. So it wasn't available to prdwong.
Right.
I imagine we'll be seeing some pretty typical like front of escape mirroring here. But Tam's already been through Thieves Town, so they won't be going through Thieves Town.
Right. Yeah, this is pretty likely to be backtracking to do stuff that we've seen prdwong doing, while prdwong is getting some new checks in Misery Mire.
I always joke that in these like glitch modes, you're more likely to be swimming in Pyramid Fairy and walking in Waterfall Fairy.
Yeah.
prdwong finds the lamp in Misery Mire, which is huge because that's our first fire source that we have seen. And it's the only lamp. And lamp is useful not just for seeing in the dark and lighting torches, but also for setting some variables that make mislotting work.
Right. It's less useful for that as of the last week or so. Or it's not less useful. It's less comparatively useful. Oh my gosh, the red
wow. Kanan Mire,
nice
let's
Mire.
Go. Nice to see like Tam doing some really amazing things and getting rewarded for it. But I'm glad to see prdwong is also getting rewarded for what he's done.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
Tam's desert journey was really good, but this Mire play is paying off huge.
Yeah, and you have to feel bad when you've gone through Eastern and not found anything. Oh my god. So prdwong just found the hook pushing kit in 3 checks.
Okay. Well, that's good if you're a prdwong fan.
prdwong can now kill Vitreous, in theory.
I think the red cane was enough to make that possible. Oh no, I don't think we have the big key.
No.
I am not sure how strong prdwong's hook pushing abilities are.
I'm not either. But I think it's mostly because it hasn't really been turning up in the seeds that he's played. And when it does, it's like indexing with powder that I know prdwong hasn't quite caught up on yet. So I'm going to assume he can do at least some of the most essential hook pushes that have existed for more than 2 months.
Yeah, we have sort of the easy mode of hook pushes, which is sword beams plus lamp plus Samaria.
So Pretty Wong could go to Vitreous, but being low on health, probably not going to survive that. But also, he's not actually in Mire. And I think he's going to want to be in Mire when he does this. Tam's doing it.
Oh, baby. So it turns out that if you ledge
mirror.
dash... Yeah, so if you item dash off a ledge with certain items, the ones that item dash properly, such as the bow or the hammer, or in fact the powder, then you will automatically fake powder the instant you hit the ground. And so fake powdering has the property, there are other items that you can swap to besides just the mushroom or powder that also have an effect. And one of those items is the mirror will automatically trigger if you swap to it while you're fake powdering. And so Tam put 2 arrows in the wall and then did an item dash to fake powder when they landed, which put powder in slot 2, which does some index setting stuff, which we can use for probably overworld conveying. I'm not 100% sure. And then we time the mirror out with those pause buffers in order to interrupt the animation at a specific time to get a very high search index set. Pretty Wong is now going to collect the Eastern prize from Hera.
Yeah, or perhaps take the small key into Swamp Palace.
Also possible, yeah.
The Eastern Palace small key, not typically what you use to unlock Swamp.
No, that's quite uncommon.
Why is he falling? He is no longer actually able to. Oh, he has the hookshot. Right. Are we really doing a basement in Eastern State? What is this?
Okay, does Purdy Wong already have the Hera Small?
No, but what else are you going to do with the Eastern Small now that you've already not used it in Mire? I think this is fine. You're either doing this or you're unlocking Swamp, and you have wasted the time spent getting it if you don't do either of those things.
I mean, I don't understand why we're doing this instead of opening Swamp is all. But, I don't know. This can be a sort of anti-meta play of nobody checks this chest, so I'm just going to go do it.
Except that Tam literally got the Hera basement check in the last race they did through Desert Palace, just like everything else.
Purdy Wong also could have hook pushed here, which would have saved the key.
Oh, yeah. That's a really quick hook push, too. And you can hook push back to Mire from Hera, taking the Hera big key into Mire and doing that vanilla.
Yeah. Alright, this is the pod play from Purdy Wong.
Tam is in pod too, right? I see 98 keys. That means pod. You know, you just know that there was a small key of pod in there somewhere.
There always is.
As long as it's not the first one, you're good. I think it actually is 98.
Yeah, I think Tam... Well, now it's 97, but I think Tam legitimately does have 97 keys right now.
Yeah, what happens is when you enter a cave, your key counter is set to 255, which just tells the game not to display keys. But 255 is also a real number that, like, can be used as keys. So if you touch a door, it's like, well, yeah, you have keys, so you can open it, and you'll go down to 254. And there's another one. But the thing is that there's actually a cap on keys of 99, and if you've gone over that cap by collecting a key, that takes you to a number greater than 0. Well, greater than 99. You will just wrap to 99. So it's kind of nice, because you're not going to, like, accidentally wrap all the way back to 0 from spending 2.
Purdy Wong is opening this chest, which indicates... oh, I guess Tam is too. So I guess nobody's planning on doing the double... or the auto door juke.
I wouldn't do it as Tam. Yeah, when you have the Moon Pearl, you're not really saving time doing that.
That's
We're just
true.
going there.
Yeah. Purdywong has no Moon Pearl and does have the Hookshot.
I don't know if Pretty Wong knows the auto door bomb juke. That's hard.
That's valid.
There are quadrant glitches available that will take you to Hookshot Cave in a similar fashion.
Right, he might do one of those instead. Interesting that we've seen 0 rods.
We have seen 0 rods. What's it going to take for Tam to go to Mire?
I don't think Tam is going to Mire.
It's dependent. All the hook pushing is inside, so all the easy ways to get in are kind of out. Tam does not have Quake, which apparently we know it's Quake. I don't know how we found that out, but
Tam saw it on their South World trip.
Oh, of course. Right, Tam is like not a bunny in the Dark World, so can go places.
Right, yeah. I think that Tam is probably finishing this game without ever entering Mire.
Yeah. So that makes this very interesting because Pretty Wong has I want to say a significant advantage having those items out of Mire.
It's kind of odd because it took a bunch of time. Tam has also spent a bunch of time doing stuff, but they've collected crystals along the way. And the Moon Pearl versus hook pushing is like, hook pushing is probably better, but it's not like a knockdown advantage.
And you have to be using it. So if Pretty Wong is only versed in like 2 hook pushes in the entire game, then that advantage is severely diminished.
Yeah.
Whereas Moon Pearl benefits everybody.
Right.
There's not a single person who's not going to get some hefty time save out of it.
Are we murder bombing? This is a murder bomb.
Yeah. What are you going to use your ledge dash index for if not a murder bomb?
Well, I probably would have used it for Overworld Conveyor. But...
Oh, did we miss? Oh.
Okay, now this is actually kind of difficult. We have to... I think we can miss 1 bomb.
We can miss 1 bomb. We have Blue Mail and can walk into Helmasaur with the bomb in our hands. Tam just doesn't miss, though.
That's also a good strategy. Pod was also a crystal. I don't think we already knew that. This is a lot of rupees to collect for a person who has hook pushing.
We knew it. I saw Tam check the map and got that Pod and TR info.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which might be what prompted them to go in here. I don't know if they would have rushed this if they knew it was a pendant. But they probably would have if they didn't know anything at all.
Right.
Worth noting that between the 2 of the runners, we have enough knowledge to narrow our pendant down to Skullwood's Ice Palace.
Oh, is that true? We found out that Swamp is a crystal. I didn't notice that. Okay. So, yeah, we can't actually do Ice Palace. Purdy Wong can do Skullwoods. I don't think Tam is currently capable.
Now Tam has that swamp knowledge, if they didn't have it before.
Also an Eastern play from Tam. Also, I don't think can complete this.
I don't think so either. If they can, it's going to be from... It's not going to be from here. It's going to be from some other dungeon.
Right, yeah.
But I don't even know if they have enough bottles to like bring a big key into Eastern via Thieves Town, which is the typical way to do it.
I mean, I guess they could...
Because you can't mirror door, right? You're not going to have stable transitions if you mirror door from Desert.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What they can do is Tree Warp to dupe the bottle.
Purdy Wong is going to Thieves Town.
Okay. Very reasonable play.
I don't think Thieves Town really had anything in it.
Oh yeah, we actually just have a sequence discovered by Mr. Beyer, I think yesterday, to beat Eastern Palace with just a Cane of Samaria and a sword for a series of quadrant glitches and Samarias.
Yeah, that's so nice because I mean I haven't looked at how easy or hard it is, but it looks better than the triple YBA, which is the typical
Oh no, it looks
bolus
so
method.
much worse.
You think it's worse than triple YBA?
I think so.
It's probably worse. It's not as bad as I think Krithel posted though.
No, that is really next level cursed. It does skip big key as well as... No, it doesn't skip big key, it only skips bow. Yeah, I don't know. Tam setting up another high index. I don't know where Tam is going. Maybe this is the Mire play. Maybe they're going to get everything out of Mire and they'll have everything in the world.
Oh, they haven't done this yet.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
prdwong will probably... Oh no, this is actually really bad for prdwong, I think. Because this is the closest they're ever going to be to Magic Bat if they don't make a separate trip to it, and they're not going to get powder yet.
He has the flute. I think it's fine.
I mean, do you really flute back just to turn in powder?
If you get it at Landmo, it might be on your mind because of how, like, it's kind of close together in your mind. Like,
yeah, maybe. I hope so. I'm not sure I would do it, but we'll see what prdwong does.
Hopefully, prdwong will have like working graphics going into there, which I think he will because he has the big key in fire. Tam was lacking fire when they went in.
Oh no! If prdwong lights the torches, Tam will be so mad.
prdwong could do Desert next. It routes nicely because they'll just go down.
It's very
Maybe
reasonable.
he'll do some Dark World stuff, leave a portal there, and then flute back into the portal, and that would be the time to do Magic Bat.
Yeah, that's very, very possible. Super Bomby Cave.
Tam got that glitch again in the staircase.
That's good.
Wait, what happened? Why are they invisible?
I don't know.
I'm assuming this is related to the blockbuster they did earlier.
It is, yeah.
But it's not EG, right? Like they look like they're on the right layer.
They're clearly interacting with stuff, yeah.
It's so weird. It's so ghost themed. Like we've already ghost themed this glitch.
Oh, they fell and broke it. You fool.
Oh.
Now it's not funny anymore. That was so slow. Is this really gonna work? Oh wow, okay.
Wow. So this is overall conveyor. Tam is making some really good use of that ledge dash index setting.
Ledge pog, as it is sometimes called.
Ledge pog.
Yeah, this is very good. I like this.
I mean, of course, Tam had other ways in, but this definitely saved time over doing mirror wrap from the other direction. Like, you'd have to either save and quit and go up the mountain, or you have to trek across the mountain. The Tempered Sword is very nice for them, though.
Yeah, getting to combo East Death Mountain with Laser Bridge is definitely nice compared to doing 2 trips. And yeah, Tempered Sword is not what we're looking for, but you never sad to see it. This does look like a desert play. Yeah.
prdwong is on his way to maybe getting the Moon Pearl.
To getting half of the Moon Pearl, anyway.
It's a Moon Pearl in our hearts.
prdwong is not going to blockbust, I don't think. Tam is... Oh, this is normal DMD. Where are we going? Skullwoods? This is not a very fun set of equipment to enter Skullwoods with.
No. I'm trying to think if there's any glitches Tam could do from Skullwoods, but most of them I know involve the cane, so...
Yeah.
What is even good for Tam right now?
Yeah, nothing really, right? I mean, you could go open some loot in Ganon's loot box.
Even that takes effort. Like, Ganon's loot box is going to be, what, bomb juke to Stalfos room?
Yeah,
Maybe do something out of Hookshot Cave?
Yeah,
Do
you would
Armos.
YBA, do water Armos, but... Yeah, you're right, it's not great.
I would still give prdwong advantage here, assuming even if he doesn't do the most powerful hook pushes, even just having the cane is huge for him.
Yeah, prdwong can do a lot more stuff in dungeons.
And prdwong knows how to use the cane. Like, he's old school. The cane stuff is old school.
Yeah, so Mire had, as Haikyuu Type is saying, Hookshot, Cane, and Lamp were all in Mire. Pendant Mire, by the way. Another bottle, that's good.
That is really good, but it doesn't solve the problem of no rods.
It doesn't solve that problem.
Trinex or Cold Stare still. This is... Okay, we have one rod. We still can't kill Cold Stare.
Yeah. Not the one that we wanted, but...
Okay, my favorite thing about prdwong Sprite is that bosses are violently flashing white.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right,
just grabbing the crystal, interesting.
That is interesting, given that he has the cane. But maybe he just doesn't know the meta of leave the crystal on the ground, which is pretty new. Like, it comes from the speedrun.
Yeah.
So you're either familiar with the speedrun or you're picking up on the meta from the tournament.
This looks suspiciously like a GT play to me.
It's not. What is it? Middle of Turtle Rock, maybe?
Without the cane? I mean, I guess you can do that.
Then you have to do a lava chest normally.
Maybe it's a... No, this is a water Armos play. That's what it is.
Okay.
Because we just got a blue potion.
prdwong has gone shopping for a red. And I don't know if this is I might need this later. I'm going to buy the universal donor of potions, or if he has a solid plan for it. But it's not magic bat.
Please don't do a blue YBA in this door.
And there's another potion that I don't think they used.
Okay.
Have we had any accidental fake flutes yet?
I don't think I've seen one.
Alright, trackers, brace yourselves. Heart piece. Small key to Skullwoods. Big key of Swamp.
Nice.
Good
Very tracker friendly. Oh, get owned, Tam.
Tam 216 skip.
prdwong doing the oldest DMD of them all.
Boomer DMD or even East Death Mountain?
This is greatest generation DMD.
I think this might be an East Death Mountain play.
That might be. Oh, it looks like a DMD.
Oh, it is a DMD. Okay. I think I just felt like two of my hairs turned gray watching him do this.
If prdwong continues... No, I don't know. I don't know when prdwong is ever getting to that. Moon Pearl. DMD stands for Death Mountain Descent. It's the term that we use to refer to the group of ways that you get down off of Death Mountain when you don't have normal Dark World access otherwise, such as when you don't have the Moon Pearl, or when you don't have gloves to pick up rocks in the south, and in the rest of Hyrule.
Tam has done
I love this.
Yeah, this is a super tile YBA, which is a potion glitch in a door that lets you skip rooms. And essentially lets them enter this door twice. And now they're in random room.
And they used ether to light up the path, which I just think is great. Because
It
I would
is
have done the
great.
same thing.
Because they didn't have the torch lighting ability. So they had to do that, or they had to look up a map. Because if you fall in that pit, you go to glitch jail.
prdwong, the hand doesn't show up here until you kill something. Okay. Yeah, glitch jail, yeah.
Why is Tam leaving that closed?
Because they want the option to dupe something, I guess.
Oh, because they already opened it.
That would
And
also
it got
explain
duped.
Flippers!
In the process. Flippers, oh, we got like the Ice Palace free entry kit. That's nice.
True. But more
And-
importantly, we got the reasonable swamp crystal access.
Yes. Swamp Crystal is free for prdwong if he knows what he's doing with that Hookshot kit, but for Tam it would have been very painful and involves like a trip through Aghanim's Tower. It's not something you really want to see in No Logic.
Right, or some fake Clipper stuff that I don't know if Tam has learned.
We saw a fake Clipper in a race earlier today.
Yeah, Chex did it, right?
Yeah, it saves a lot of time if you're willing to do it, but it's kind of like hovering. It's pretty arduous.
I don't understand it. I was messing with it a little and I couldn't figure it out. Tam is trying to do a juke here to get 4 more checks out of Stalfos' room. There we go. We got it.
Tam has to emulator hover, which, as awful as that is, it's better than trying to navigate these platforms with only bumps and bong jumps.
Rupees. Small key. Alright, prdwong is going to hook push to the back of Skullwoods. Wow, every single invisible item that Tam opened in this whole dungeon had either a sound effect or a text box to let us identify it.
prdwong showing us that he is perfectly capable of doing Samaria hook pushes, which is really good because that's going to be how he does Swamp, unless he does Ganon's Tower.
It's gonna be how he does a lot of things, probably, depending on what else he finds.
Eastern Palace is another one that's really, really good for.
It sure is, yeah.
You just skip the entire dungeon. You go into the lobby and you go through a wall and you're in Armos. It's even better than Helmasaur.
Yeah. prdwong, very luckily remembering not to mirror out after Bridge Chest. Very difficult tech.
prdwong also has to not die to Mothula, because that would be very sad.
He has the powder, and there is a bunny beam coming up, but we can also do this.
That bunny beam is a trap.
That is perhaps true.
I would be using Ether here. There we go.
So that GT play, the flippers are nice to have. They did not save as much time as he spent in GT. Is this a mire from... There's no way you're going to mire from here, right? Where are we going?
No, because you don't have... Oh, you do have the Desert Big Key. This could be Mire.
Not doing the setup correctly.
Tam needs to buffer up 1 frame from this spot.
Yeah.
To normalize subpixels.
Alright, or you can just spend 4 bombs on it.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 chance if you don't normalize. Like, not literally, but it effectively is.
Right.
Yeah, welcome to our raiders from SpeedGaming 5. If you are wondering what's going on, this is a glitched mode of A Link to the Past randomizer where we have disabled all logical checks, which means that the items are placed completely at random and the runners have to do major glitches to beat the game.
which you can see Tam doing right now. Tam is going to do a YBA, which is when you drink a potion on the same frame you hit a transition. And then they're going to back out 6 to 9 pixels, 5 to 8 pixels, something like that. And then drink another potion in the door. And then back out a couple steps. And then go kill Argus, because this is just the easiest way to get to Argus right now.
And Pretty Wong is also going to do a glitch with a potion called Fill Health at Mothula.
Not dying, yeah.
This is a really important non-death, because if Pretty Wong dies here, he goes to the front of Skullwoods and not the back, and would have to do all of that hook pushing again.
Right.
But he gets it, and he gets the pendant, which from we knew it was a 50-50. Apparently he did as well, so we didn't know if it was going to be ice or skull, but he can't do ice yet, so this makes sense to do. This is something he can at least technically do, even if it requires some glitching. And he got a bottle out of it too, so it's not a complete waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Both of these players are like really close to having good stuff, but just a little bit away from what they'd like. Fire Rod is... I mean, I think Fire Rod is go mode for either player?
I think that's safe to say it's go mode for Pretty Wong. And I think Tam has the equipment as well. Like, Tam is showing us... Like, the Argus is probably the hardest thing Tam has to do, and they've already gotten here.
Yeah.
I think some people like to do the hardest things in reverse. Like, I just want to be in go mode, so I'm gonna do the hardest stuff so I'm not tempted to open chests after getting my Fire Rod. Eastern Palace is also not fun for Tam.
Eastern Palace for Tam requires a YBA from Thieves Town, I guess. I think that's the hardest problem to solve once we have Fire Rod, though. And I think Pretty Wong doesn't have any problems as hard as that. But it depends on a little bit on knowledge and comfort as well.
Pretty Wong in Armos, as I alluded to earlier, hook pushing is extremely powerful, and he has used a hook shot to fly through a wall. And this is what's on the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mire Medallion.
Nice quake.
Oh, but we don't care.
Yeah.
Pretty Wong's already looted the place. So that's really bad for Tam. Because Eastern isn't going to happen anytime soon, unless the big key shows up. Tam is not going to be tempted into Mire by finding that quake. So they're not going to stumble upon the items that Pretty Wong has.
I think it's fine, though. I mean, you'd like to have hook pushing, but really you just want the Fire Rod.
You do, but Tam is going to hit a point where the Fire Rod might be behind the hook pushing.
It is, yeah. It
or
depends on where the
behind
Fire Rods are.
the Samaria, or behind, you know, just things you want to have those items for. For example, the fire that Pretty Wong found in Mire might be locking a Fire Rod behind just like something fire locked.
That's true.
Then again, we've seen Mire torches, we've seen Tower of Hair torches, which is rare. Pretty Wong's doing manual clipping, okay.
Ice Palace isn't very appealing with no way to kill a Cold Stare, because you just like keep going, and then you get to the end and you can't kill Cold Stare, and then you have to do all of that trip to Cold Stare again when you find a way to kill the boss, so not a very fun place to go. Also, without Hammer, you're missing some checks. Tam doesn't have the Samaria, so it's slower. Like, they'll get there eventually, but it's not an appealing target.
Pretty Wong will get the flippers, making Swamp. Probably not changing Swamp at all for him, actually. What it will make is Swamp can be, like, looted more easily.
Right. We could
means
see a NMG Swamp from Pretty Wong.
We could see an NMG Swamp. It's true. It would be...
Well, not without the Pearl, never mind. It'd have to be
yeah,
HMG
it
Swamp.
would be RMG, it'll be fine. And I think Pretty Wong will want to do that because he's not in go mode, and there are a ton of checks inside. Pretty Pretty Long can also do Tile Room, and
Oh yeah.
I think he's comfortable with the torches strat in the right side.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of modes like, you know, cross keys type things where you would want to be able to do that.
So this could be good for prdwong.
As much as I wanted Pretty Wong to turn in his powder, I'm kind of glad he didn't, because that is making this race a lot more interesting.
Yeah, prdwong would be quite overpowered if he got the Moon Pearl in addition to hook pushing.
Plus, we'd be missing out on all these boomer strats.
Shovel, I guess that could end up being something.
Why is Tam going back to Thieves Town? Is this an Eastern Palace unlock for Tam?
It has to be. There's nothing else to do here, I don't think.
Yeah, Tam is going really hardcore on always be clearing dungeons.
Yeah.
This is the last dungeon they can do. Period. Like, other than collecting the desert crystal. Which I think they've done.
Didn't we just do that from...
Yeah, I think we can mark
Swamp.
desert crystal for Tam now, because they would have picked it up in Argus. It's easy to lose track of, like, which crystal is this?
So we're now in Eastern Dark Room. On Tam's side, but we have a big key. Because we're in Desert Palace.
And Pretty Wong has also made it through the torches of GT, so we're going to be seeing new checks for Pretty Wong. One of them is the book, locking 2 checks. Book is actually one of the only ways the seed can be unbeatable in double rods. The extremely astronomically rare chance that both of a fire rod are on a torch, or on tablets, and then the book is on Drynex, is like technically possible. Once you've seen the book, you know that you can beat your seed.
Tam, buying some potions for something. Do they just unlock Eastern and not do it yet? Yeah, okay, we're doing Eastern now. Just making a shopping trip first.
There's no reason to do it this way. The only thing I could think of is if they really wanted to do Vitreous. Which is fine, like you could do...
It'll actually work out really well if they go to Mire and get everything that they want except for the Fire Rod.
Yeah.
Might be thinking of that, just a density play.
Honestly, like, Tam's options are so limited now. Like, this just seems like the natural thing to do. Did they bring a potion?
Yeah, they just went shopping.
Oh, good. I think we will be seeing Mire then.
Yeah. Alright, well that's gonna be real big for Tam. Pretty Wong not finding anything in... losing beams against Ice Armos is really bad. Beams are the second best way to kill Ice Armos, basically. Or any kind of Armos. I don't remember what I was saying. Hookshot, good, basically, is the punchline.
Yeah, and then this Pretty Wong has been, benefiting from these items, but not really completing dungeons.
Yeah.
That's why it's really important to try and make forward progress, even when you're still searching for things.
Alright, we successfully remembered that we had a couple arrows to use on the last Armos. Oh, Tam luckily has collected enough hearts that now we get double speed beeps with 2 remaining. That's really great for us.
Joke's on you, Tam. There's a heart drop.
Do you think prdwong is interested in climbing GT?
Maybe? I don't know. Do you think Tam is going to go to Mire via Quake?
I think so. I think Tam is going to YBA to Mire, walk out the door, and open it.
Is that faster than just going there with the flute?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Oh, not with the mitts.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
We have like total NMG.
I was thinking you'd have to walk from somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, if you had to walk, it would be... This is a long way to go from any save and quit point.
Right. How do you beat Vidi without Hookshot? You do 2 YBAs is the normal way. Which Tam can now do because they didn't have to spend one in Eastern, but might not because it's a pendant, but might because it's the green pendant. But probably
Tam will not YBA to Vitreous because Tam's going to find hook pushing in here.
That's a really good point. prdwong just hard reset.
prdwong got the West Samaria transition corruption while trying to juke the door.
Nice.
With set an 18-minute timer. You have to be really careful with that. You will the good thing is that he only lost flippers.
Yeah, that's not a big deal if you are a hook pushing fiend. Or even just if you just know the one hook push. That's all they really save you, unless you want to go get stuff out of Swamp at some point.
Oh, I guess we lost the book and the mitts.
Oh, the book, yeah. The
mitts are actually good for him because of the lack of Moon Pearl. But not good enough to not just do something else.
I wouldn't go back in for any of those, probably in his position.
I think we'll be seeing Pod and maybe some kind of
Wait, why was that chest empty?
Tam opened it. Right?
I didn't see anything on the screen when they opened it, though.
I don't know.
It looked like a broken camera, kind of. Chest opening, but the camera wasn't broken. Oh, they YBA'd. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing.
Right.
Oh, they had to. They didn't have fire. Now they do, which is funny. Oh, that was a really nice door state extension. That's like hard to do, like to not go down the stairs.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I was saying, prdwong might follow up this Helmasaur play with the Hookshot Cave play through Pod.
Yeah.
Which is not really going to do anything for him. We already saw Hookshot Cave on Tam's side. And now Tam is basically making up any advantage prdwong had over them.
prdwong didn't do enough extra stuff with the pushing kit for it to accrue any advantage that, like, they're not ahead 20 checks or something, really.
No, and like they got Pendant Skullwoods and they got Eastern.
Right. Yeah, the checks that they did weren't that good. Pendant Skullwoods, some deleted progress in East Cannon's Tower. Maybe if that book ends up mattering a lot, but no. It does seem like advantage is Tam's here.
Tam giving us a little acknowledgement slash of
like,
the
really?
ridiculousness of this dungeon.
Yeah.
I wonder if they think that prdwong has had those for a longer time.
I don't know.
That's a hard one to know, right?
This is scary for prdwong.
You can't really predict. I think he's fine. You can't really predict what your opponent's going to do in a seed.
This is a Greed Pendant play, I think.
Oh, we're duping through. Why are we lighting the torch?
This is...
Rock pushing. Ganon's Tower. This takes you to Ganon's Tower, right?
That's true, it does, yeah. You need a ledge, Tam.
A ledge?
I'm
kidding. You have a lamp.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a YBA here that does the same thing. That's just what we're gonna do, and it didn't work, but it's okay, we have magic.
You could hook push. You have lamp and Samaria and everything now.
Look. Don't tell me you have never gotten an item and then immediately forgotten you had it.
No, I do that all the time, but Tam is supposed
Especially
to
when
be
you
better
get
than me.
3 in a row. It's overwhelming. Like, Tam needs time to process those items.
Where are the fire rods? This is getting ridiculous. Maybe we go to Turtle Rock with the Cane of Samaria.
Wong's going back to the Dark World. Do you think he's
Okay.
picking up his Ganon's Tower items? Or is he just gonna fake flute?
I like fake flute better. I don't think they're worth going back for, although I can see the appeal.
Yeah, I think you just write off the inside of Swamp once that happens, and just do it in the speedrun way.
I want to understand something. When did prdwong work out a pixel perfect queue for setting up an overworld YBA on this sprite? He just walked to the pixel. He had to have a queue for that.
It's a shadow queue.
You could do... Okay, I guess.
If you were playing random sprites, you have a shadow queue for everything.
I guess so.
And you probably even have, like, alternative shadow queues for the sprites that cover the shadow.
Your shadow's so far away from the actual edge of the screen, though. That seems real uncomfortable.
You also have 2 pixels of leeway going in that direction.
That's true. Tam, going to dupe the lava chest. This is, in fact, the Turtle Rock play. Keep opening it. Ugh.
Tam does not want the help. Tam tried to dodge the Armos heart.
I don't know why. Argus is dead. They have the mirror.
Tried.
What item is duped? Whatever is in the lava chest is what you dupe out of that chest with the North Samaria.
Yeah, and because it's being copied into a big chest, you can open it more than once.
Tam just got cold stare access.
Oh, that's actually really good. Now we can just get ice and not feel guilty about it.
Right, yeah.
It's still not ideal. You still have to do a YBA, but at least getting in there is easy. And Tam now has the cane, making the traversal a lot more efficient.
Yeah, you only have to skip the H-room item. You can get the rest with this kit. So I would expect that to be the next play.
As for prdwong, I expect this to end in Hype Cave, but it'd be really cool if he actually, like, Stitcher's clip but out of Hype Cave to Ice Palace. You could, I think you can clip up here.
You can do?
You can certainly do it with the mirror by clipping on top of your portal.
Right. Yeah.
I've done it. You just have to be able to YBA as a bunny, which is like mirror wrap as a bunny. I mean, which is the same. You just don't get to do like the free splash setup.
Right.
Nope. This is going to be a save and quit, which, you know, to be fair, prdwong cannot actually kill Cold Stare yet.
Right.
I think middle of Turtle Rock would be a good play for him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that as soon as you find Red Cane, you start thinking, well, I could get a bunch of checks in Turtle Rock anytime now. It's a little worse without the Moon Pearl, but there's not that many checks left for prdwong.
You can get pretty much, you can get every check except Trinex with the equipment that prdwong has.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot. It's annoying to get there, but it's a lot of stuff. Also, it's not that annoying if you know the overworld conveyor, but I don't know if prdwong does.
prdwong will probably mirror clip across the mountain. And then maybe do Super Bunny Cave into Turtle Rock.
Did Tam find the hammer? Oh, you can push past this, can't you?
Yeah. Should be a pretty straightforward stuck push. It's funny, I wouldn't even think to do this because you can also overworld conveyor into here. But not from where Tam is. Oh, what happened?
Possibly stood too high and got caught by the Terminator.
Maybe, yeah. Oh yeah, you're creating a Terminator. Yeah, they're not even normalizing their... You could do a fairly easy Samaria hook push in there as well. And then you don't have to worry about Terminators.
You do have to worry about hitting the edge of the super tile and not stopping in place, though.
That's true. But the bombo hook push, it should be.
Oh yeah,
That won't be an issue.
That would definitely be good.
Nobody does the bombo Samaria push anymore. It makes me sad. But it has its uses in tight spaces like that. And it's one of the. It might be the fastest way to get through the Swamp Palace first floodgate room.
Yeah.
Even though you can technically stuck push it, you have to set up the stuck push in a different part of the room and then walk there.
The thing is, there's so many ways to do stuck pushes, and there's 2 bows, and there's only 1 Cane of Samaria. A lot of people, I think, just are more fluent in stuck pushes because it comes up more often.
Makes sense.
Luckily, surely there's nothing important in Mimic Cave. Let's just all agree not to worry about it. Tam is killing this thing? What?
That's a... Why? We have 2 keys, so it's not a steal.
Is it in the magic pack or something?
No, those are on the 0 pack. Why are we doing this? What the heck?
Okay.
That's like a bomb saving play. Which I guess if you're worried about your bomb
But if you're going to
count-
be select buffering the clip anyway, the guy's never going to get to you.
The guy isn't going to get to you anyway. It'll get stuck on the statue even doing that.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know what that was
I
about.
used to do that in the speedrun before I figured out it didn't save time. And if you're not Yuzuhara.
Right.
Alright, prdwong also going to find bombos here, which is good. But I don't think it's going to be enough. prdwong has to do something that Tam hasn't done, but also needs to make progress. And yeah, Fire Rat's just here. We kind of narrowed it down to it's either here or in some really awful location that no one's going to go to. Or both. So Tam is in a very, very comfortable go mode. There's really nothing standing in their way now. Well, okay, Icebreaker. Followed by a YBA2 Cold Stare. Which I guess can fail.
Maybe we'll just find the hammer as well.
I mean, at this rate.
Why not?
You probably stop opening chests because you're so comfortable. But also, there aren't that many places left the hammer will be.
Hammer's the only thing in the whole game that could possibly help, I think.
One of the best things Tam could find that's not the hammer is...
Nice block pushing state.
What happened?
Nothing. They're just going over here to get stuff.
No, how did that block pushing thing happen?
That just always happens when you're pushing a block through a transition. It happens if you, like... It happens all over the place. It happens in pod all the time and stuff. It's very normal.
Is this why you're, like, supposed to cancel block pushing state when you're dropping down here in NNG? Is it to save time?
No, that's just because... No, that's just so that you're already facing down. So that you can press A on the first frame you fall to pick up the pot, and you will actually pick it up. Tam, do you not have a potion, or are you showing off?
Look. If you can do it, do it. What can possibly go wrong?
Alright, showing off successful.
That was very nicely done.
Yeah, that was really good.
Is this the first time we saw that hook push in the tournament?
I'm sure it is, but
that's a speedrun tech that you don't see very often in the randomizer.
Yeah, Tam learned that for learning the all bosses route.
Yeah, one of the things that makes that hook push tricky is you have to buffer up a precise amount before actually activating your hook push, because otherwise you'll hit an invisible wall.
Right.
Of, like, basically the hook push has a point where it says the hook push is over because you've reached the end of your hook shot. But Link moves at 4 pixels per frame, and that check is only done 3 out of 4 of them. So you can just skip the check sometimes if you're positioned correctly.
Yeah.
We usually get around that by just making sure the check is always behind us and we never hit it.
Did prdwong... Wait. Did prdwong not get Bombos? Was that in Roller Room?
Perdwong has Bombos. Because I saw him go from Crystal Roller Room to Laser Bridge. I can't imagine him not having it.
Okay, just
we were
didn't make it to the
distracted by
tracker yet.
Tam because a lot was happening on their end.
Yeah, I was just wondering because assuming that's correct, then prdwong will probably be following Tam into Ice Palace and just beating the game in a way very similar to Tam, except without Moon Pearl.
Yeah, and without nearly as much progress under his belt.
Right, he has to go do Desert as well and Swamp.
Yeah, I would actually be surprised if he even finishes the seed, because it's so much left to do that's not particularly interesting once you've found your Fire Rod.
Right.
And he would probably want to go like get the flippers again if he's gonna do a normal swap. He doesn't get the free warp out of Desert to run a swamp, so he can't even do that slick routing that you do in the speedrun.
Right.
You'd have to like go to swamp through Hera, and that would be tedious. Especially because he spent his precious Eastern Palace small key in Hera basement instead of in swamp.
I'm still surprised by that. Why there instead of...
I think it's anti-meta. Hera basement is usually, unless you're like doing it an efficient way, using a glitch, it's an anti-meta play.
Yeah. Alright, that is Tam's not last crystal. Tam doesn't have the Eastern yet? Is that true?
Oh, I saw Tam get Eastern. Tam did the unlock from Desert and then re-entered Eastern.
Right, yeah. They definitely did. Okay. So this is going to be the new quadrant glitch, which isn't really very new, but we all memed ourselves into learning it earlier this weekend or something. It's a slightly faster way to get to Agatu.
If you win our race by 7 seconds, I will happily acknowledge the superiority of this version of the quadrant glitch.
Alright, I'll do my best.
prdwong is getting the flippers again, which makes me think that he maybe just wants a better way into Ice Palace even. Because getting into Ice Palace is kind of awful for him right now. He'd have to come into Ice with only one usable potion and have to get the YBA the first try. Or he hook pushes if he knows that hook push. But that hook push is hard to do if you're not stuck pushing, and I don't know how much stuck pushing prdwong does.
Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't been hook pushing everywhere at all times, so I'm assuming, he's not a super first in every kind of hook push in the world, but that could mean something more like he knows what he's doing but prefers to do other things when the hook pushing isn't obviously the choice. It could mean something like he only has limited applications memorized or something. I'm not really sure where on the spectrum of those things he is.
Yeah, or it could be that he just really wants to go inside swamp and find the Fire Rod there.
Right,
there's so many chests in there, so many more than Ice, if he intends to full clear the place.
Right.
And flippers are right here. So if you can at least just do that.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind this.
Meanwhile, Tam is in Ganon. There isn't really much to talk about here. It's a Tempered Sword Silver's fight with no stakes.
Right. I think we even have a blue potion. We might actually have 2 blue potions.
Oh, of course. So prdwong didn't actually make it to Stalfos room in GT.
Yeah.
So this is a check for density. He knows he can get 2 items that will be helpful, plus 4 items that could be the Fire Rod.
Yeah, no, that's very reasonable. I forgot that there were actually new to him checks in here. Almost the triple. GG's to Tam.
GG's. Well played.
Tam finishing with 134.28. Very nice. GG. We'll see if they want to come chat for a little bit. Pretty well getting the bad news about Stalfo's room. Gonna keep going at least for now, it looks like. I wonder if this is a swamp play or an ice play. Looks like an ice play. Hello, Tam216.
Hey.
GG. Congratulations on blockbusting.
Thanks.
And ledge bogging.
Yes. And
Thanks for giving us the block party tour.
yeah, bringing around my ghost friend. That was
The
fun.
block in Agana's cave was so psychedelic.
I haven't seen that before, actually. That was new to me.
Yeah, same. It was very cool.
I'm glad I did it, because it was fun seeing the block everyone.
Yeah. So the story of the seed was that you found Moon Pearl really early, and prdwong found hook pushing a long time before you. But prdwong seems to not be a huge hook pusher. He's only done one or two, and so didn't really like milk it for all it was worth. And so, with the power of Moon Pearl on your side, you have defeated him.
Depending on where the other firewood is, there's not like a ton of good hook pushes to do, I think.
Yeah.
We had the tools to do like everything else every other way, pretty much.
Yeah,
I did
it
feel
was
good about the pearl because I knew that landmill was something that doesn't necessarily happen early, especially with the mirror being where it was.
Right. Yeah, getting that Moon Pearl was really good, obviously.
I thought about going to Maya after Pod when I was in Eastern, but it just didn't quite seem appealing enough. But I guess I was wrong.
I mean, you already knew it was a pendant. I agree with not going, but, you know, that's where the stuff was.
Stuff in a pendant dungeon? In my randomizer?
Unbelievable. So I'm gonna talk to my congressman about this.
Meyer was ridiculous.
It really was.
It's very funny that you
Including the
YBA'd past torches and
invisible
then immediately
ice
found
rod.
lamp.
It had to be Ice Rod, right? The item I got?
I don't know.
I was checking my menu. I don't think there's anything else it could have been.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't know if we saw it from prdwong.
I was pretty convinced it was Ice Rod.
I think that sounds like we might have. I don't know. I'm just gonna not make things up. Let's say it was Ice Rod. prdwong continuing the plan of refusing to use Hookshot for things that the game expects you to use Hookshot for. Yeah, there are 2 Ice Rods, Vortex.
Yeah, that's why it's one of the Y items you can pick up that you wouldn't see if you already had it. Even your auto tracker can't save you.
I was also not 100% sure about GT Torch, if that was actually a piece of heart or if that was just like a random visible item graphic. Because I saw a piece of heart when I was scrolling to the tile, but I didn't get to see it properly.
I don't know.
Because I know in a lot of other cases, if you like load a visible item with the wrong room ID or whatever, it just becomes a piece of heart. I thought that's what
Interesting.
happened.
I don't know.
I was
Is
really
that
stressing about a fire being there. I could have just left, but I didn't know if leaving was okay.
Oh, like you were worried the door would behave badly?
Or that I just couldn't leave or something, like I would get infinite transitions.
Right.
I figured I could just go back, like, to the entrance, but then I realized later that I did everything else in GT already.
prdwong has been in GT twice because he accidentally West Maria'd.
Oh no. I've done that an embarrassing number of times.
Yeah, prdwong's about to get fire out here, but has not really found anything significant besides what was found by you, so...
Is that a I've been go mode and I'm done now?
Yeah, probably. I don't feel like YBAing to Gold Stair. I just wanted to know where the fire rod was. I still want to know where the other one was, but it can't be anywhere good.
Top of GT, maybe?
Left side swamp.
No, there's no way.
No way. Left side swamp. It's never had the fire rod in its
It's
life.
probably in Mimic Cave, just to mock Tam.
There's a couple of checks that would be frustrating for me. Mimic Cave is the main one,
You could have used a Samaria hook push.
but I didn't have... I mean, yeah, I could have, but I just... In my mind, I didn't think much about it, because I was like, yeah, I don't have fire rod, I don't have beams, it's impossible, but it definitely was possible.
Yeah, bomb distance would have been the safest way to do a Samaria hook push.
I think the boot stance distance is enough.
Yeah, I think that's... I don't know, probably. Who knows?
What distance does boots dust set? Is it like a
6 frames.
6, yeah.
6 frames? Wait, 6 frames of 4 pixel per frame movement is pretty decent.
Yeah.
You can do it in the swamp fast flooded room to not bother setting anything else on 0.
Yeah. That's how I learned that dust said anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the tiniest distance in there to go down through the railing. Which is kind of neat. Like, even Samaria distance works. Just literally fill any slots as long as it's going down.
I'm pretty sure Samaria said 0 distance.
Wonder what? Maybe it's like a Samaria debt or something.
Well, I learned that dust said any distance because people told me incorrect things about the hook push in Swamp that Tam was just talking about. Anyway. prdwong is going to YBA instead of doing your fancy hook push.
Like, we're gonna get a Tam slam, maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, no. We're gonna get some garbage graphics.
Gold square!
Gold square.
That might have been the only hook push I did successfully.
Did you do that just to show off?
It's like a little bit of showing off and a little bit of this is something that I practice, so I don't want the practice to be wasted.
Valid.
And
Does that mean you're not running all bosses?
Oh, I'm running all bosses eventually.
So the practice
There's
is
also like, I guess. Well, my plan for all bosses is to kill runs before I get to ice bombs.
Oh, I see. Yeah, valid.
But I was also gonna may as well keep the potion.
Everybody says they'll finish learning all bosses eventually.
All bosses is too
Not
hard,
me.
it's the problem. It's fun, but it's difficult.
prdwong has to reset his emulator to fix the graphics.
I mean, he doesn't have to.
The only way to fix the graphics is to reset his emulator. Let's put it that way. prdwong now facing the ugly truth of HMG Swamp. What?
Nice. Did you not know that?
No.
Do you know that you can turn one of the ladies into a chicken? Or one of the chickens into a lady.
I did know about the chicken into a lady, yeah.
I think that's like a speedrun category.
It is.
Yeah, you would know that one. Because you probably have the world record in it or something.
No, I've never run that.
Oh, we're doing
Oh, and
this
now we're showing off the weird map thing.
OAM slot. Let's go.
Yeah, the VRAM corruption resizes some emulators. I learned that when trying to do presets. Alright, GG's to prdwong has forfeited and is now just showing off glitches.
Thanks for the glitch showcase, prdwong. Master of making the game look like absolute garbage. Starting with the selection of a random sprite.
I don't know how he does that. It's insane.
What is this that he's doing?
I think it might have been somewhat impacted by the guard.
This is fun. Hopefully
Well,
he
now I'm
doesn't.
curious. I want to know what the King's Tomb thing is.
GG prdwong. What's the King's Tomb thing?
It makes the thing keep going up forever.
Oh, it makes King's Tomb like fly off the screen, right?
That sounds kind of familiar.
I
Also,
can't show
prdwong
it off
left.
in the logic because you never go through the tomb.
prdwong wanted the secret of King's Tomb to die with him.
Probably just a Discord audio problem. There we go. Hey, GG prdwong.
GG. I'm guessing he just can't hear us.
I think that
Or-
happened last time, actually, right?
Please. I can
Hey.
Oh, there we are.
GG.
GG.
I had fun.
Yeah, it was a fun seed. You got hook pushing early, which made it seem like you were in quite a bit of a lead, but then the fire rod just never showed up.
Yeah,
So
did Tam find a different one or
no, you got the same one, but Tam made a lot of progress without hook pushing, to the point that when both of you converged on fire rod, Tam just had so much more of the game completed.
Tam found Moon Pearl, which you didn't, which was their main advantage.
where was that?
Magic Bat.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah, we were debating on whether that would cross your mind or even be like a priority for you when you found it. And as soon as you didn't immediately turn it in, we knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I thought I was getting close to go mode, so I didn't want to do the one-off checks like that. Maybe if I had saved the shovel from GT, then I might have done it then. But I'm guessing that probably wouldn't have even been enough.
I only
No.
really did it because I was there, like coming out of Thieves Town.
Yeah, Tam did Landmo and then did Thieves Town from Desert, and so it was easy to combine with that stuff, and then it was Moon Pearl, and then the rest of the Dark World was also easy to combine.
Thieves Town from Desert is becoming a really hot play. I'm just seeing it route so nicely for people who are able to do it, which is another reason to put off doing Kakariko Village.
It's like 10 times faster than doing it from the Uncle.
I think that might be a slight exaggeration.
Okay, 100 times.
It's also a much more tolerable YBA. The Uncle YBA is terrible. We only do
Just-
it because
yeah.
we feel like we have to.
Just
Yeah,
learn the
it's
double
doable
juke.
with doable with
That's
most of the
worse.
time.
Just learn the double juke.
That's so much worse. You can't even
The-
kill blind in that trip.
Well, you just leave and reload.
But yeah, so unfortunately, this will be the end of prdwong's run through this tournament. Tam will be facing the winner of Doomtap and Red Kitsune, so stay tuned for that. They will be doing their races async, and if we have the time, we'll put on some vodcasts for them. So, anything you want to say before we close this one out?
No, GG's. Thanks for putting on the tournament. I mean, it's always fun to have glitch tournaments. I wasn't able to obviously practice at all, but it doesn't matter. I only just wanted to play some seeds, do some racing, and definitely got that done.
Yeah, it was cool to see the the different perspectives people bring into No Logic, even if not everybody is bleeding edge. You don't have to be bleeding edge to have fun in No Logic. Just, get your hands dirty.
I don't think my playing is like anybody else's though. I had to figure out the cues for this sprite too. The shadow's a little different. That was fun at the beginning.
Yeah, we wanted to know how you were doing like fake flutes with this, right? You just walk to the pixel?
It's easy. Just look when you're kind of close, and then just do it.
I mean, it works for you.
Yeah, that's my advice for everybody.
No one
Join
else is
me
ever.
Join me in random sprite land.
No one else
Absolutely
is
not.
ever gonna do Zora DMA, so I think that's safe.
Yeah, the worst sprites are the short ones where if you try to do a South YBA, you can't even see them. So.
Oh yeah, the fish.
Yeah.
Have you ever rolled the empty sprite that's just a shadow?
Yeah, that's not that much different. Same thing. South door glitches are.
Just use shadow keys. What do you do when you're like screen wrapped?
And you just.
You cry, you forfeit, you roll any
pretend you're
seed.
blind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for racing. We will be seeing you in the next one, Tam, once we have the results of that race. But for now, you get a nice little break. And otherwise, this will be the last race for the night. Tomorrow we have a couple more races, and we have another one from. Well, we have one from us. Me and Fox are actually racing each other.
Yeah.
And I believe we have another Krubble versus Chex as well.
I think that's right. I just pulled up the thing and immediately forgot what it said.
And we have Aka line versus Drunk Future Self in the middle of the day.
Yeah, a good string of races tomorrow.
Yeah, and with that will be all. Good night, everybody.